Jamire, obviously a different week, a new week. How do you feel like maybe the team has responded after the win Saturday?
I think we've responded well. We've kind of, fleshed that out our system and moved on to the next opponent and, focused on getting better this week.
Has there been a focus on mental toughness or anything like that from Leach this week, just to make sure something like the second and third quarter doesn't happen again?
Yeah, no, most definitely. That's one of the main focus, just being mentally tough and just being consistent. Consistency is the most important thing right now.
When he talks about like mental toughness, what is the message there? Like, how does he try to get that across? In what ways does he get that across?
Just fighting through the entire, being consistent, doing routine plays every play. Just being the same person every play.
When you saw the film in the fourth quarter, what kind of clicked for y'all? What was different, or just more urgency, or what did you see from your standpoint?
Yeah, just more urgency, more focus, and we were just a lot more intentional. We wanted to make plays, other people wanted to make plays, and we had the energy. The energy was a lot more higher in the fourth quarter, so it just kind of carried us through the game.
You said you were one of the guys that kind of kept the team motivated when things were down. I mean, what did you try to do, whether it be on the sideline or on the field, to keep your team going?
Just constantly talking to them, telling them we're going to win this game no matter what was going on, and like I said, just trying to create energy, trying to make plays, and keep it positive on the sideline, talk to the quarterback, and just stay on the same page with everybody.
You mentioned being excited for your first game here. What did you think of the experience?
It was great, hearing the Cowbells, being down here in Mississippi, finally getting that first game out the way. It was really exciting, enjoying, and we won, so, I always appreciate that.
You're a newcomer, you're a veteran, and so a lot of these younger guys will look to you to see how to act. How do you keep those guys engaged during the ball game when you get a lead so there's not this, lax, I guess, in focus?
Honestly, it starts in practice. Like just being here, being consistent every day. If we're consistent in practice, it's easy in the game. You're not really thinking in the game. It's kind of just what you've been doing in practice. So if I can get them to understand that in practice and be consistent and work hard and play in and play out, then it'll easily carry on to the game.
What's practice been like these couple of days?
Oh, it's been a little hot, but we definitely have to push through it. That's part of mental toughness. Pushing through when it's hot, when it's hard, and just keep practicing.
What have you seen from NC State's defense on film as far as what they want to attack?
They're just a lot more aggressive, a little bit more man. I should say they're just more aggressive, so we just have to come out and play hard, and if we do what we do, we'll come out victorious.
Coach Dorian said the coverage concepts are pretty similar between what Mississippi State does, what NC State does. Do you think that helps you after seeing this for a month in practice?
Yeah, definitely. Going against our defense every day is going to help us because, we have a really good defense. We have really good players. So either way, but yeah, the scheme is definitely similar. So we kind of already know what we're, going against.
How much zone or man do you expect, like that kind of split from NC State?
Honestly, in our offense, you kind of never know. You'll watch film and there'll be teams that run man a lot, and then they see our offense and it's a lot of drop eight. So you just kind of got to be prepared for everything.
Like you guys, they run a 3-3-5 defense. Does that kind of help you or hurt, or what do you think?
Honestly, I don't care what defense they run. We're going to run our offense. We're going to run the same plays we run. So it's just about being consistent.
Coach Leach kind of singled you out as one of the guys that he felt like took initiative in that fourth quarter to kind of get the guys going. How do you approach that? And you're a new guy, but you're experienced and you've been in this system and been under the staff. How do you kind of approach that with these players?
I think it's just really just part of my love and passion for the game. So it's just something that on game day comes out of me. Is just to always to push everybody and try to be a leader on the field on Saturdays and create energy for the team so we can win every game possible.
You were part of that Washington State comeback against Boise State with Leach.
Freshman year.
How did that one compare to like this comeback? I think that was 21 points. This was 20. Like, can you compare them a little bit?
Definitely a little bit different because we went to like 3 overtimes in that game, but similar situations, being down, being able to score and kind of help my team come back in the game, and just a very exciting outcome, a nail biter, but we came out with the win. So it's hard to compare. I enjoy both of them, honestly, though.
Jaden, you're now credited with the field goal block. You seem like you knew that you got it. TV and everybody else didn't respond. Take us through the play, and how did you convince them to give you the field goal block?
Man, I really didn't convince them at all. I just feel like I knew I hit it because I felt it out on my hand, so I was just happy that I did get it.
How much of a hand did you get on it?
He said, I got like this part of my hand on it.
Just enough?
Yeah, just enough. Just enough to get it out the way.
What does it say when they take a guy like you that's got to play so many snaps and they put you on special teams, especially for a play like that where the game can be won or lost?
Hey, I just go where I can to make the team better, so I just really love to be out there to help the team.
So you have no problem playing special teams?
Not at all.
What did that feel like, securing the win for you guys?
It felt real good, and like I do it as many times as I can to help out the other guys.
Take us through that moment, like before the ball is snapped. Kind of what's going through your mind there as you prepare to kind of pressure the kicker there.
Before the ball snap, I was tired. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I just knew that we had to do something like to change the game and to get the win. Because if we didn't like get back there and do anything, then we was either gonna lose or it was just up to them if they missed it or not. So whenever we did execute our block, then I just felt real good about it, and everybody just got excited, and that was the greatest feeling to me.
Did you turn and look for the ball?
I did when I was laying on the ground. I was just laying down and I turned around.
Oh, you on your back?
Yeah, I was on my back.
How important is it, though, to make a play to win the game rather than them to miss a field goal and lose it? What does that do for maybe your confidence as a team?
I feel like it boosts our confidence, and, it lets us know that we can do everything that we, practice on the field at practice. And, we can put everything that we do out here out on the games, and we can execute everything that we do.
What did you think of Randy Charlton starting for you guys?
I feel real good about Randy starting with us because Randy has been putting in a lot of hard work and being in his books and, getting everything done.
Tell us about the defense, about the lack of pressure. You think y'all would get a little bit more pressure on Saturday?
Yeah, I think we'll get a little bit more pressure on Saturday. I just feel like, we wasn't, doing what we needed to do. So I don't know, we'll just make it better this game.
You got those first two turnovers, and the offense took it and scored, and it seemed like everybody just kind of, as your coach said, almost started coasting there. What were you as a leader doing during that game? Say, guys, we got to keep playing.
Yeah, I was trying to keep up the guys, making sure that everybody knew that we just can't be down because we just can't coast it out just because we're ahead. We always got to stay focused and being like in the right mind to keep winning the game and just execute the whole time.
NC State had 2 running backs go over 100 yards. How important is the defensive front for stopping their run game on Saturday?
It's going to be very important because we're the first people that are going to beat to, so we got to make sure that we get out the the O-line and make plays.
What was the difference you think in the fourth quarter for you guys? You got 2 3-and-outs and then stood tall there at midfield to force a long field goal. What did you feel like was the difference for you guys?
I feel like everybody just really put in all their effort, and it really came from everybody in the crowds, just helping us out, being loud and distracting the O-line, and I just feel like the crowd really helped us out.
There wasn't a whole lot of substitutions on the defense, the line in particular. What does that say about your spring and summer with Coach Brown and how he got you ready to play?
He been getting us in shape a lot, so whenever we go out in the game, in the game it feels like it's different because you got a lot of adrenaline going, and then you really don't get tired until you really get out. But I just feel like everybody was ready, and we're just out there to give it our all.
What was your group missing with Jack Harris and DeMonte Russell out? What are they going to add whenever they come back?
They're going to bring even more power and effort that everybody has out there now, and I'm just ready for them to be back.
The team has talked a lot about Will Rogers' leadership. Did you see that from him when you guys were down, and what did he do to help you guys pick it up?
Yeah, I feel like he was, giving us a lot of effort and, giving us a little, he was talking and stuff and, making sure everybody kept their head up and making sure that we're just going to, win the game.
You ever blocked a kick before, be it Pee Wee high school?
Never.
How does that compare to a sack, just in terms of excitement?
Especially for the win of the game, it felt a lot better.
Do you feel like it was a low kick, or you got back there in time? What do you feel happened on it?
I just feel like I got back there in time. I had my pads low, and I really just went through the O-line, so I just got back there.
But y'all are ready to start getting some sacks now?
Yeah, we've been ready, but we're gonna make that happen this weekend.
You said you were tired before the snap. When you laid on the ground after the kick was blocked, did you finally let yourself succumb to that tiredness?
Nope, I got up and I got happy.
Did the teammates realize right away it was you that blocked it, or did they know it was blocked?
Nah, everybody didn't know that I blocked it because after the game they were like, "Did you block it? Did you block it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got my hands on it." And then they were like, "Appreciate it," because it won us the game.
It didn't seem like there were a lot of big plays against the secondary. You guys pretty much contained them, but there were a couple of big plays. How do you kind of eliminate that this week?
Pay attention to detail. That's what we've been preaching for a long time now, pretty much ever since last year. When we look back at film and we saw the big plays that we did give up, it was just really small details that, misalignment or, being outside the guy when you need to be inside the guy. Just small things like that that can, really change the way the game goes, as we saw.
When Leach talks about players not quitting and want to make sure that the things that happen in the second and third quarter doesn't happen, I mean, how does he go about doing that with you guys? What does he talk about?
Just having heart. I mean, just believing in the calls that the coaches give you every snap, believing in what you've been doing since really spring, stuff like that. Just believing in yourself, believing in your teammates, not giving up on plays, and just making sure that every single time you go on the field, you empty the tank out no matter what.
He's through that. 45 points last week. How much of a challenge are they going to be for the defense?
It's going to be a challenge. NC State's a really good team, real big team. Run the ball really well. They take shots every now and then. So, we're going to have to be on our P's and Q's for sure. They're coming here. So, as a defensive-minded player, stopping the run is everything. That's just the bottom line. You got to stop the run. And as we know, NC State's a run-heavy team, and they've got a big backs that run fast, that move well. So it's going to be a big challenge. And the way Coach Arnett has coached us and has pretty much groomed us for the past few years he's been here. It's just accept the challenge and go out ahead head on.
Well, you guys, like in high school, we talk about DBs having a short-term memory. You get beat on a play in high school, it's not a big deal. You get beat on a play in college, you end up on SportsCenter. How difficult is it to adjust to that, and how quickly can you flush it?
It's really a mental thing. You just got to be mentally strong. You got to know that, you might give up a touchdown one play, but you still got 65 other plays to run, of defense. So, if you let that one play in the first quarter or second quarter or third quarter affect you, you still got how many other plays you got for the rest of the game, and you can't let it happen twice, you see what I'm saying? So, you just got to learn how to flush it and just play the next play.
Regarding those big plays, can you kind of take us through what went wrong on that 59-yard keeper that the quarterback had? Like, what exactly went awry?
Really, it's just like slow alignment, not getting our eyes to the sideline quick enough, letting fatigue get in our heads. We work on getting set up quick in practice, running to the ball quick in practice, but on that play we let our fatigue get a hold of us. But our coaches are on us pretty good this week on not letting that happen again. So
in the fourth quarter, Collin, obviously you guys on defense stepped up and got stops. What changed or what was being said amongst the starters? Who was kind of leading that charge, and what was the mindset during that time frame?
Really at that mindset, when we're going into the fourth, look at the scoreboard, in our eyes it couldn't get worse. So we were just pressing, just everybody was just saying, just do your job, do it as hard as possible, and let the outcome of the game be the outcome of the game. We were doing really bad in the second and third quarter, so at that point we were just like, you know what, just lay it all on the line, do your assignment, and the outcome of the game will decide itself.
It looked like Tech barely threw Martin Emerson's way. Is it good as a safety to have that kind of lockdown corner on one side of the ball?
Oh yeah, no, it helps. It helps a lot. We got the same on the other side as well with Junior Forrest. It's just those two guys. It's definitely a safety blanket as a safety, knowing that the outside is as covered as it is. So that's definitely a safety blanket really for the whole defense. Because it keeps everything in front of you. So when those two guys are out there, now all you got to do is just make sure your assignment's right on safety and just perform to the best of your ability.
Jaden Crumedy got a block on that last kick. When did you find out?
Really when I got in the locker room. I heard the thud of the ball, and I jumped. I asked Coach right before the snap, I said, Coach, the time is really low, unlikely for a fake. Do you mind if I jump? He said yes. So I jumped, and as soon as I landed on the ground, I turned around, and I saw it was short. I didn't know what happened. I just started celebrating, and then when we got in the locker room, they said Jaden got his hand on it, and came back and watched film on Sunday and saw that he got an amazing push. And, by the grace of God, got his hand up and hit the ball.
Did you think there was any chance you had gotten it, or would you have been able to tell?
I mean, of course, I thought there was a chance I would have gotten it, but I knew I didn't get it. When he kicked the ball, I didn't feel the ball hit my hand at all, anything like that. And I wasn't really that close to the line of scrimmage. I was just trying to, distract the kicker as much as possible. But it was crazy. It was crazy.
Was that Brooks you asked, or which coach did you ask if you could jump?
Coach Brock.
Okay,
Yeah, Coach Brock. We had a whole discussion about it on the sideline. About I was like, Coach Brock, like if they kick the PAT, like, do you mind if I jump? And he was like, he's like, nah. And I was like, Coach, look at the clock. He's like, yeah, you can. And I was like, all right, bet. And so when I got the chance, I was just like, give it all I got, try to jump as high as possible. And
what was his message kind of like to the other players? I mean, was he talking to Jaden before too? Like,
he was just saying, like, really with Coach Brock, he's one of our better coaches for sure, and he was just really asking us. He was like, what do y'all feel most comfortable running? And of course we told him, like, blah blah, this is what we're most comfortable running. He said, okay, do it, but do it as hard as possible. So, with Coach being a player's coach and letting us aside on, which one we wanted to do, everybody was all bought in. So everybody was going 100%. Last breath, just put it all on the line, and it came out the way it came out.
What was the call? Is there a name for it?
I mean, it was one of our. It was one of our calls. It was one of our
trade secrets.
Yeah.